I will explain what needs to be done to make ribbons in Illustrator and to be able to use these ribbons as brushes whenever you want quickly. Where do we use these strips? If there are texts that you want to highlight, especially in graphic design works, or that you want to be different from other typographic elements, we place them under them. This is also a decorative element in designs. There is a very simple method. Let's get started. To create a ribbon in Illustrator, let's first draw a rectangular area. Let's draw a rectangle that looks like a ribbon by using the rectangle icon here and paint the inside of the rectangle a color. Let's cancel the outline, if any. I zoom in here with Ctrl+. I press the P key. The P key selects the pen tool here. You can also directly click on this icon. When I am vertically in the middle of the rectangle, you will see a line that we are right in the middle. And when we are over the line, the sign on the side of the icon will turn into a plus. Know that when a plus sign appears, it will create a new point. This is our aim. Actually, to create a new point, I click here once. I created the point. Now we will do the same to the other side. I come here and when there is a plus icon again, I click once in the middle. I created the point. Now we will do the same to the other side. I come here and when there is a plus icon again, I click once in the middle. Now we create a shape like this by pressing the right arrow on your keyboard a total of 10 times. On the point I clicked last in order to create a ribbon. For this, let's select here again and click the left arrow 10 times this time. OK. When I looked at it, it got a ribbon appearance. We can make it a lighter color. Now we have created our first ribbon. It was a simple ribbon. I alt-click it and copy it down. My goal is to make a copy of this and make some additional edits to this newly created ribbon. Let's draw a white line above and below. By holding down the rectangle tool, I select the line segment tool. I can zoom the screen again with Ctrl+. And so, let's draw a white line. If our line is not white, we can choose white from the options below and make this line white. If it comes out thick or thin, we can also adjust the line thickness over there. Let me take it down a little bit. And again I press the Alt key to copy the line, and by pressing the Shift key, I copy it down without making any left and right movements. Now when I zoom in on these lines we have created, you will see that their edges are very sharp. You will see it as a straight cut line. We don't want it to be like this. I select the selection tool again and select both lines by pressing the Shift key. Under the window menu, you will see an option called Stroke. Its shortcut is Ctrl F10. You can also use this. This panel allows us to edit the lines. The top was the stroke thickness. We can find the same here. What we want here is to soften the edges even more. By choosing the middle one from the options here, namely round cap, we round the corners of the line. Let's see if it does the same to the left side. I direct the page by pressing the space key. This gives a softer look. Now we have made two examples. I will show you how we can set these examples as brush and then use it as we want without hassle. Let's first open the brushes panel under the window, because this is the panel we need right now. You don't see anything related to the ribbon. We will see soon. Our intention is to define these shapes as brushes. I choose the top first. I click on this icon in the brushes panel. This icon will show me this window to create a new brush. What we want to do here is to create an art brush. I click on art brush and press OK button. I will encounter such a window. First of all, let's give a name to the brush we created. Let's call it a ribbon brush because it's called a ribbon. Since there are two, let's do a numbering. We give the other two numbers. I numbered it as 1. Among the options here, we need to choose the second option among the scale options, because when we draw a line, we can draw not only in this size, but also in longer dimensions, so we need to choose the second option of this brush to spread it on the line you draw. In direction it is already right by default, there is no problem with that. No need to change other settings. We can choose from here as overlap. I click OK, and as you can see the brush we created came here. Let's do the same thing right now. I choose these. I click on new layer, I choose art brush and click OK. Let's give a new name. Let's write ribbon brush 2. Now let's see why we went through this process. I choose the pen tool, its shortcut is a letter P, and I draw a line like this to 2 points. We drew our line. Now let's choose one of the brushes here. If I want, I can choose the other one and make it look the same. So is this process only valid on straight lines? Let's check it out right now. You decide this. For example, if we draw a line like this, I press enter. Here we only need to display the line because it is filled. So I need to cancel the fill color here by selecting the none option. We just had a line. Let's fix it a bit. I click on one of the following without making any edits. As you can see, this operation is performed successfully on uneven lines. If I had drawn a straight line, for example, a small letter S, and clicked again, something much more pleasing to the eye would appear. I can click on the other one and show you that the lines on its side are also curved. And if you wish, you can edit the point selection tool here and make them suitable for your own design. These types of ribbons are important elements of the design and really add a nice flair to our designs. You can even strengthen your design by writing text on them. So what can be done on these lines? For example, we can make it look thinner by decreasing the stroke value or making it look thicker by increasing the stroke value. It's all about your design. You can change this according to your design, according to the aesthetics of the design. Since this is a border, we can't make color adjustments on this shape at the moment, since it is effective on the border. For this, we need to expand the view. Let's transform this view by selecting the Expand Appearance option under Object. So, when we choose this option, there will be no brush anymore. Then we can change the color of it as we want by editing it. Yes, in this tutorial, I showed you how to use the ribbons we draw with Illustrator as brushes. I hope it was useful. If this video helped you out, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.